Hello everyone, this is Hakaym and welcome back to some more Funday Sunday, and today is going to be a day about destroyers. Pretty much all three replays that I am doing are essentially when I was in my destroyers. So it is going to be destroyer heavy. First off, we are in our Islaslav, and I actually kept the ship because I did really enjoy it. So should point out our team we are currently playing on straight. Our team, we have a Langley, Wyoming, whole bunch of Nassaus, 4 Nassaus, a Coburg, 2 Isakazes, 1 Islaslav, and 2 Wicks. On the enemy team, there is a Langley, a Kaiser, South Carolina, 3 Nassaus, Coburg, Clemson, 2 Isakaze, Wicks, and a Dursky. Yeah, so right now we are pretty much, we need to defend Cap, and that's pretty much important, and we all agree that we need to move south. So our team on the north hand side is currently moving south as quick as they can. Now, keep an eye on the carrier. You might be noticing something that's a little bit off. He hasn't launched planes. Well, in fact, he's actually AFK. He's going to be AFK the entire battle. And of course, the enemy carrier is still alive and well, which is highly unfortunate because now here comes some dive bombers, and for some odd reason, it always seems like dive bombers, or whenever a carrier is in play, they always seem to go for me. They seem to know exactly where I'm at. So I do pop smoke, and I'm gonna hide in there. But my friendly Isakaze is unfortunately outside of smoke, and is currently just got hit by some dive bombers. But he's gonna make his way into my own smoke to hide from the enemy planes. Now, in chat right now, we're asking what the Langley is doing, because he hasn't done anything at all. So this is gonna be an interesting match, to say the very least. Now, I'm trying to be a little bit leery. I'm concerned about the torpedo planes. More than likely, I could probably dodge them. Wouldn't be that big of a concern. And I finally decided it's oh no, there's torpedoes. Okay, it was a good thing I did speed up. I am able to dodge those, and I believe those are probably the Isakaze. I'm trying to remember. Maybe the Isakaze. So right now there are some South Carolinas and a Nassau, and a whole bunch of destroyers actually are in the middle. Right now, I believe 2 Isakazes are fighting our Isakaze and the Wicks. But we're not going to worry about them. We're going to focus on this Nassau. We got a fire, which is superb. And we did just lose, I believe, our Isakaze. And the Nassau captain does not like me firing at him. As well as the South Carolina. Ooh. Took about 3,700 points of damage right there. Yeah, that wasn't very nice. That was about a third of our health right there and then. And I'm going to try to get some distance. But unfortunately, because I did this, that means I can no longer shoot at the enemy battleships. Be nice to maybe set more fires, but in fact, I might try to see if I can get rid of these Isokazes. That could become a potential problem. Now, our team is doing a good job moving away. Both battleships have almost made it in between the islands, and I believe that there's a Wicks up there that's currently fighting the other enemy Wicks. We'll see if he's able to survive. I try and remember if he does. Try and remember. So the destroyers, I'm guessing both the Isakaze were both dropped smoke, and oh, there's the Isakaze. See if we can take him out. Oh, there's both Isakazes. And more than likely, they have probably fired torpedoes. And, oh, shit. There's a Coburg coming in on our position. I want to try to get out of my way. I do fire torpedoes. 5-kilometer torpedoes, keep in mind. So they're not the 4 kilometers you see up in higher tier. And we are definitely taking beating. Oh, had to use damage control. We lost our engine. We're on fire. Not good. Not good. But right now, the Coburg is moving into position and, of course, knocks out our engine yet again. But we have, I believe, the captain skill that prevents us from actually losing it all the way. But that means if I get behind this island, I can still fire. And we are still doing decent damage on this Hakaym. Hopefully we can take him out. Maybe. Yep, there are the torpedoes that Hakaym fired at us. But fortunately we have the... Oh, I can't think what the captain skill is, but it pretty much allows us to continue using our engine even if it's been damaged like it has been. So I do fire torpedoes, and might as well just use our guns. Our guns are really potent. We have 5 guns, and we just knocked out his engine. Can we take out this enemy Hakaym? Ooh, our torpedoes came very close, but he was able to dodge. Just swing my ass back in. Took some minor damage from his shots. Can we take out the Hakaym? Yes, we can. Very nice. Very nice indeed. So, come back around. Fired some more spread of torpedoes. And there's the other enemy Hakaym. And I went ahead and popped my smoke. Because I really did not want to get just hammered on by that Kohlberg. And, ooh, we took some minor hits from that enemy Kohlberg. But... now we can get our other front guns in line. Can we take him out? He's very low on health. And yes, we secure our second kill of the game. And our torpedoes are looking pretty good. Pretty good. 2, 3. Double strike and devastating strike for our third kill. Now the Hakaym did fire torpedoes. And I'm going to try to turn away. But at the same time, I do notice that the enemy Wix is moving currently up towards our base. But I believe he just spotted the ally carrier, which, as I pointed out previously and earlier, that he is AFK. It's AFK. So we do get some damage. Now keep an eye on this Wix. He knows I'm firing at him. He probably should know that the enemy carrier hasn't launched airplanes. I have done quite a significant chunk of damage on this enemy Wix. Knocked out his engine twice, caused well over... Oh, of course. Of course. That last shot hit the front end where it's been most damage and did very, very minimal amount of damage. And now my shots are going everywhere, but that last shot did land on his stern and did kill him, which is fantastic. Now, here I kind of make a really stupid mistake. I don't know what I was doing. I should have just turned my guns around and just had them ready and firing at him. Because if I did that, I probably would have secured my 5th kill. Because the Allied battleships did take him out. Or even the Allied cruiser. Actually, it was the Allied cruiser. Took out the enemy Dursky. Who was very, very trying hard. Very, very trying hard. Trying hard to actually get close to dump his, I believe it's 10 torpedoes, which, I mean, still fun, but it's rather amusing going back to the Wix, that the Wix just focused on the enemy Langley, instead of the low health Isislav, who is the one who's actually causing damage to him, but instead decided to focus on the enemy Langley. Still don't know why. It was probably... free damage, and here comes the other enemy, Clemson, and I believe a Nassau is coming around the corner as well, if memory serves me. But as far as the points go, we're fairly even. Sorry, no. As far as the teams go, we're fairly even. Remember, we do have an AFK, and that means we are actually down 1 ship. So it's 6-1 technically. And this Clemson captain is actually intelligent. You can see he's actually dodging. He's not driving in a straight line. He is, however, probably should actually fire back. I don't know why he doesn't. I'm so low on health. He does pop smoke, which means that I will not be able to actually land that many more shells, because I believe he's just about to. Yep, there we go. He disappears, but does take out our ally CV. Now, look in chat. I love this. Someone pointed out Oh no, our not... Wow, that was horrible grammar. Not our CV, he's been invaluable. Which is so true. Oh, I love it. I love the sarcasm. It was so funny. But yeah, we lost our Langley, which was no big deal for us since he was pretty much useless the entire time. Pretty much just a floating weight. Floating weight. I have no idea where I was going with that. Now, our team has kind of stayed around Cap. There are 2 battleships to the north, 1 to the east, and the Kaiser, which is currently moving in from the north as well. So we're all planning on just focusing on this Kaiser. I think that would be a really good idea. I went ahead and used my engine boost so I could get some distance and possibly sure that I don't get killed. Now I do launch torpedoes, and you might be wondering why did I launch torpedoes? Well, the Kaiser is currently moving actually towards us, and that is possible that my torpedoes would actually reach him before they actually run out and actually slam into him. We'll see if that actually works. I've done it many times before. I've done it with my Fubuki. I've done it with my Tachibana. You know, I've done this before, and it's a great technique that you can use. I will show what I'm talking about in the next replay, which is with the Tachibana. But anyway, currently we're focusing on this enemy Kaiser, and it sounds like I'm getting fired at. Actually, I don't know who was firing at me. Someone was firing at me. Not quite certain. But we're all focused on this Kaiser. I would like to take out the Clemson, but he's actually moving away, and I would have to go through or past the Kaiser. And oh no, don't focus on me. Don't focus on me, dear Kaiser. Do not. No. It looks like he is really wanting us, but I think he finally decides that we're too much of a small target, which means that we're probably not going to be very easy to hit, and I have no idea where my shells are going. You can see it's been going over and under, falling short, and we just lost our friendly battleship that was currently holding off the north advancements of, I believe it's a Nassau. I could be wrong. It could be the... Yeah, it could be it is probably a Nassau. Now that I look at the what's left on the team, it is probably the Nassau. I was probably correct the first time. Now, once again, he is kind of moving towards us, and that is very possible that our torpedoes would actually reach him, because he was only about 6 kilometers away from us, and we're trying not to get fired at. Now, our guns really aren't doing that much, and so I do switch over to the enemy Clemson, hoping to help this enemy Nassau out, because, yeah, I don't want to lose him. We're actually down 3-5, and that Clemson is a very major threat. And here, like... Well, that wasn't a good demonstration. I was going to show off that our torpedoes actually passed him. Like, he was able to dodge them, but our torpedoes would have actually hit had he been driving in a straight line instead of turning in. So do keep that in mind whenever you're using your torpedoes. But like I said, there's a better demonstration with my Tachibana, which we will be showing. Now we're doing a very minor amount of damage, and he's getting very low on health. He's only about 6,000 points of damage left, and this enemy, or ally Wyoming, just took a big old hit, but it looks like he has a heal, so he's at least gonna get back up there. Now hopefully, oh, there we go. The ally Wyoming just took out the enemy Kaiser, which is going to give us a break. Now, the Wyoming, he just used his heal. He is very low on health. The ally Nassau, on the other hand, is very lively. He has well over 30,000 points of health available. And now the enemy Nassau is currently moving up. And, oh, Oh, shoot. There's another Nassau currently moving towards our cap. And this is where it gets kind of rather odd. Where's the third Nassau? Now, if you look at the map, go ahead, blow it up there. He was actually retreating, last seen, retreating back into cap. No idea where he is. So, with the same idea of the enemy battleship actually moving in range, I'm trying to get as close as I can without being detected. And I probably should actually lock on him so you can see where I'm actually aiming. So you can see that I'm just trying to get as close as possible. And I launch torpedoes well ahead, but he does start turning away. Now this might be a little bit of an issue for my torpedoes to actually land and do damage. So we do start firing because we're detected, why not? And we get defended base cap, and we did start a fire, which is superb. But I guess he really didn't like me doing that. So we got another fire. He did miss, fortunately. But now here comes a big old salvo. Woohoo! Whoa, those were really super close. And unfortunately, since he did turn away, our torpedoes did lose their power, I guess you could say. And we got another fire, which is superb. And there is finally the third Nassau actually moving up. And we got Confederate, which is fantastic. And I believe the Wyoming captain is asking why I was firing my torpedoes so far out. And I do explain to him why I do that. Because it's very possible, if the battleship captain moves in, that he could actually hit our torpedoes. Now, we just lost the ally Nassau as well as the enemy Nassau due to ramming. And I just got my 5th kill of the game, which was Kraken Unleash. Very nice. Now, look at the points. We're 467 to 426. There is about 2 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. The enemy Nassau is actually fairly close to our cap. Like, he could probably motor in there fairly quickly and actually stop cap. Now, if I was this Nassau, if I was him, I would motor in, have my guns kind of trained, possibly either to the left or right. I mean, it's a Nassau. There's guns on both sides. And try to stop the cap, allow your own base to start capping, because he's full health. He has not taken damage. So I would have moved into cap, stopped the cap, allow my base cap to continue gaining points, try to win on points, because there's not much time left. There's only about 1 minute and 40 seconds left. And take out me, and then fight the Wyoming while keeping bow in. That's all I would do. And that would probably ensure that they would win. Possibly. I mean, that's what I would try. But instead, this Nassau captain, he gets between those islands, stops, and is now reversing. I'm just like, what? We do get a fire, so that's starting to drain his health. He's going to actually have to use one of his damage control. And he probably still has all of his heals, so I don't understand what this guy was doing. I mean, our Wyoming is low on health. He has 8,000 points of health. I'm low on health, and if I'm firing my guns, I'm going to be easily seen. So, I mean, he could have either possibly stopped cap and try to hold off until his cap gains points, or try to kill us both. We're both low on health. It's very possible that that could have happened. But instead, he decides to sit there, bow in, not moving from behind this island. Granted, he hasn't taken much damage, but he also hasn't done anything in this battle. He's been almost entirely useless to his team, just like our Langley was to us. But yeah, we won. I'm happy with this game. And I will see you guys in the next replay. See you there. Alright everyone, we are back in the next replay, and we are currently in our Tier 2 Japanese destroyer, the Tachibana. and is a nicely little premium. Very different from the usual Japanese destroyers everyone's accustomed to. She is actually more a gunboat. In my opinion, she's more of a gunboat than an actual torpedo boat. She does have torpedoes, but they are 5 kilometers. Your detection is 5.2, so without the captain perk, you cannot get below that 5 kilometer. So your torpedoes can be launched, but more than likely they will be detected. So the only real use you'll get from them is if you're running away. Now we are moving towards A, and we are playing on Solomon Islands. I probably should have mentioned that. My bad. There are a shit ton of Nassau's. There are 6 Nassau's and 1 Mikasa, the tier 2 Japanese battleship, which is a troll ship, pretty much. A Tenru, 2 Dresden, Wix, and Tachibana. On the enemy team, there is a South Carolina, and let's see, 2, 4, 5 Nassau's, Kolberg, Emden, Chikoma, Novik, Wix, and a Smith on the enemy team. So we made our way over to A, and there's only 4 of us, while the majority of our team is currently making their way over to C, and 1 is currently capping B. Wonder what's gonna happen. And, oh, there's 4 enemy ships. We do know there's another battleship moving down towards A at this time, and there's a couple ships up at C. Yeah, this is not going to be good. There's 5 ships over here already. There's probably a destroyer, I'm going to bet. More than likely. Which is not very good. Now, they're all outside my gun range. And that's the other limitation. The gun range isn't the greatest in the world. And there's a Kolberg as well. Ooh, this is not going to be a good position for me. So torpedoes aren't an option. Guns are an option, but with that many cruisers, the Emden, the Chikoma, and the Kolberg, within range of me, I really don't want to fire my guns unless I really need to. And I pull in, and this is actually kind of get really super tight here soon. Fortunately, I think, let's see, Chikoma's super close to me. I do pop smoke, and we are detected by the enemy Emden. So that means I do need to start firing. And ouch. Took a big old hit there, which is highly unfortunate. So I do launch torpedoes since he is within 5 kilometers. And looks like one of our cruisers fired torpedoes as well. I don't know if they're going to hit. I don't know if ours are going to hit either. It looks like he's also starting to turn in. And there's the enemy Wix. Oh, boy. So he does turn to the side, which means he is probably dumping torpedoes. Which is not good. Not good at all. And you can see I'm looking for a target. And I probably should start motoring if I was myself, but we'll see. That probably would be a good idea. And I do start motoring. Wix is within 2 kilometers, and oh, yep, there are the torpedoes, just like I called it. And it's not like I've never watched this replay at all. But, so, Wix is 2 kilometers out from us, taking actually quite a big beating. His nose has taken the majority of the damage. He is without his engine powder, and our torpedoes actually hit someone. Don't know who, but surprisingly they actually hit someone. So torpedoes missed on the Wix, and now we're being focused down by pretty much everyone. The battleships, the cruisers are aiming at us. Oh, this is not good, not good. I need to get out of here as quick as possible. Need to be a sneaky little destroyer. And here is one good thing about the Tachibana versus the Umikaze. She is, one, a very narrow ship, and her rudder shift time is, I believe, about 2 seconds. So I can oh, whoa, that shot was, oh, those shots are very close to us, and we finally dropped off. So yes, our rudder shift time is very quick, and that means I can dodge very quickly. But while that entire engagement was going on, we lost a battleship, and our last battleship is essentially being focus fired down by, how many is that? 7 ships? 8 ships are all currently down here, and all are currently firing on the enemy, or the ally Nassau. This isn't good. This is not good at all. So our team did a really good job up north. We're currently sitting at 1 more ship than the enemy team. And let's watch these torpedoes. Now, like I've been saying, if a enemy ship is moving towards you, when you launch your torpedoes, more than likely they will actually hit, even if they only have a 5-kilometer range. And I don't really remember if these actually hit. So we'll find out in just a second. And here's another beautiful thing about the Tachibana. Very fast reload on the torpedoes. Just sent out another wave of torpedoes. And this is pretty much how it's going to be for the next little bit. Me running away and just dumping torpedoes towards the enemy team that is currently chasing after us. But we just did a solid hit on the enemy Nassau, which once again is well over 5 kilometers away. Okay, let's follow these in. And can we get another torpedo hit? Yep. Now, do keep in mind of this tactic. It is very useful, especially with these low-tier ships, especially with American destroyers. Even though with American destroyers, you still have 4-kilometer torpedoes, or something like that. Please forgive me if I'm wrong. I don't play American destroyers that often, so I do know they have very short-range torpedoes. And so I don't know if this option is very viable for American destroyers. Probably not, since they don't have that low of a detection. But with the Tachibana, we have just slightly better torpedoes in our detection. So that's nice. And of course, I'm just dumping away torpedoes as quick as I can. And I kind of want to stay ahead of the enemy team, just so I can continue firing torpedoes. That's my only option. I can't really fire my guns. If I fire my guns, I'm just gonna get creamed by the enemy Nassau and the Chacomas and the Emden. Yeah, I don't want to. So we did just lose our friendly Wicks. So now I'm the last destroyer on the team, and it's all up to me. I gotta hold off the enemy advancement, and they are all pushing towards B at this time, slowly but surely. But I'm gonna try my darndest. Darndest? Really? Does anyone ever say darndest anymore? But we do continue launching torpedoes, and you see there I just popped my smoke. I did this to try to help out my ally cruiser, the friendly Tenru, and kind of make sure he doesn't go down as easily as possible. So he can use my smoke, and I'm pretty certain he can't be detected as long as he stays behind. I don't know if he's actually going to be that intelligent. Oh, nope. Looks like he's firing torpedoes, and I don't think he actually, I think he's now spotted. Yep, he just came out behind and took a big old hit. Now, this is not the reason why I wanted to show off this game. Not because of me running away, but more of what's about to happen. I'm going to go ahead and get into free camera. Now, this free camera is not the greatest, so you'll have to forgive me. Let me get back into free camera. There we go. Now, this was not the reason why I actually wanted to show off this battle. I do want to show off the end. The end was very close, but it was actually this. It is, both teams are currently coming together. Our friendly battleships are moving towards the enemy battleships, and they're all going to eventually start coming together. Now I'm going to try my best to actually continue firing torpedoes. I do turn back in, but now all our team is moving in. Even our Mikasa is here, which might be bad because friendly fire, I believe, is still on. But we did take out the Emden. Very, very nice. And let's see, can we get kind of a close battle? Just look at this. Just look at this onslaught. All these Nassau's are bowing. There's 3 Nassau's here. Secondaries are opening up. All our battleships are moving in. And, oh, someone's actually going to run in. Just look at all the shells going in. Just constantly streaming. Secondaries firing galore. And I'm still in the background firing torpedoes. We just lost a battleship, I think due to ramming. Oh, nope. Died of low health. And our battleships are moving in. Where's the friendly Mikasa? Trying to figure out where he is. Just in this Mikasa. His secondaries are opening up. Mikasa's guns are pretty bad. He's taking a lot of damage. The friendly Nassau actually made it all the way through. Oh my word. We just lost our Dresden, and we just landed more torpedoes on the enemy battleship back there. Just look at this battle. Are we gonna get a ram? Are we gonna get a ram? Oh, we're getting a ram. That was really stupid, but whatever. Oh my word, just look at this battle. And now it's 4v4. My torpedoes are still landing. I'm still doing damage. We just lost another battleship. We're about to lose another battleship in the background. And crap. There is one friendly Nassau all the way back. He's very low on health. And my god, that was an epic battle. Holy crap. And I just took out another enemy Nassau. And I did get detected because I wanted to do some extra damage with my guns. And also I think I got detected because I got a little bit too close. So right now there is a enemy Kolberg and a enemy Nassau versus a low health Nassau and a decently health Tachibana. And wow, that was a truly epic battle. Just look at the amount of ships sitting southwest of me. Look at that graveyard. Oh my word. So can you guess what's gonna happen? The low health Nassau is actually being smart. He's going at bow in, but he's extremely low on health. And the enemy Nassau is still decently high on health. He does take a kind of decent hit there, but I don't think our friendly Nassau is going to survive. I think, in fact, he's probably going to die here very, very shortly, which is not good. Because it's not good is we're probably going to lose points from the loss of the ally battleship, and we're going to lose B cap. Now I'm trying to get around this island because the enemy Nassau is very low on health, and I want to possibly get torpedoes, but at the same time, look at our points. It is 866 to 469. The enemy team is currently capping B, and don't know if they're actually going to be able to reach C. So here I'm actually debating, should I get in and try to finish off this Nassau, and then all I have to worry about is the enemy Kolberg. And I'm looking, trying to see where he is, and the Nassau captain, I believe it is Nassau. Nope. Someone was saying I should, fight. Obviously, it was on the enemy team. Of course they want me to pop out and fight. And so they're like, fighting, nice, good for you. I'm like, oh, no, I'd rather win, honestly. I really would rather win. And that's my plan. The Nassau is not a very fast battleship. I am a decently fast little destroyer. Now, all my main concern is going to be the Kolberg. That's all I have to worry about. So, at this time, the Nassau will probably move towards sea. He'd be really pushing it, but he could possibly make it towards sea. I'm gonna bet that he's not, even though I've seen this match. But so my decision is final. I'm gonna move towards sea and hold it until the end of either time, which we only have less than 3 minutes, or we cap out, which is gonna be nice. But now the enemy Kolberg does pop out, and I debate whether or not to use my guns. I don't have any more smoke, and I don't want to chance it, so I do fire a spread of torpedoes. Let's watch these go in, shall we? So the Kolberg is over 5.5 kilometers out. He is swinging wildly. He knows there's a destroyer. He's been spotted. And at first, it looks like he was going to miss my torpedoes. Thought he was going to miss it. Then all of a sudden, he decides to turn back in. And yep, we're going to win off of this death. Goodbye. Oh, very nice. That was our last torpedo hit and our last kill. And we're going to win due to points because it's at 994. So, I will see you guys in the next replay in the Fubuki. See you guys there. Alright, everyone. Welcome back to the last replay of Funday Sunday. And we are taking out the Tier 8 Japanese destroyer, the Fubuki. And as anyone that has been watching my videos ever since I got the Fubuki, I love this ship. This ship is amazing. I'm sorry, I'm gushing. I know I am, but I love this ship. Now, I should also point out the Fubuki that in this replay is not fully upgraded, is stocked. I haven't done anything. I haven't bought any hull upgrades or torpedoes or anything. She's just stocked. But she does have my captain, which gives me a 5.5 detection range. That's going to be important. And I will say this match comes down pretty much down to the wire, as you will see as time goes on. So we are playing on Trident. We have a Tirpitz, Bismarck, 2 Scharnhorst, Nagato, Pensacola, Cleveland, Fubuki, Mahan, Sims, Blishkovica, and a Farragut on our team. And the enemy Sims just popped up, and I'm trying not to be detected. Oh, I do not want to be focused on by the enemy Sims, so I do pop smoke, and I start backing away. Now, on the enemy team, and we just lost our Mahan. Ooh, that's not good. Now, on the enemy team, there's a North Carolina, Tirpitz, 2 Scharnhorst, Nagato, Pensacola, York, Alba, Benson, Sims, Kiev, and a Mutsuki. We'll see how this goes. So, the Sims did disappear, went out of detection, and we got a fire on that Pensacola, so he's probably going to have to use his damage control fairly quickly. And now there's a enemy Mutsuki within 6 kilometers. Let's go ahead and fire. And now, unfortunately, that lead was a bit bad, but we did get about 2,000 points of damage. And that's pretty good. Pretty good with a little Japanese destroyer guns. Never underestimate your guns. Any Japanese destroyer captains. I don't know why I'm giving you guys advice, because you're going to just come back and haunt me. So, I do move out of smoke, and for a second, I was detected by the enemy Sims. And I don't want to, I don't want to get close. That Sims can do a significant amount of damage. Very fast firing guns. And yeah, I don't want to do that. So I do fire my spread of torpedoes, which is the full 9. Oh, I love my torpedoes. So, fortunately, I'm not being focused on by the Sims, and that shot was terrible. I have no idea what I was thinking. There we go. Give a more proper lead. Hopefully we can take out this enemy Sims. We do land a shot, do minimal amount of damage, but do get defended base cap, which is superb. Now, unfortunately, the Sim does disappear from our view, but a Benson does pop up for a second. I wonder what's gonna happen. Now we do know at least 3 of the destroyers are kind of around BC. We do know for definite there are 2 destroyers at sea. We don't know where the enemy Mutsuki went. Not quite certain. So our team is not doing very hot. We've already lost 1 destroyer and 1 cruiser. They haven't lost anything. And here comes some torpedoes, and fortunately I am going to be able to dodge all these. And there's the enemy Mutsuki. Does decide to pop back up. Our guns hit. Oh, leaves them on 4 points of damage. Really? 4 points? So the Benson does fire his spread of torpedoes. I think we're going to miss him. I don't know about our ally Sean Horse, but I don't think this Benson's going to last very long. We do land a decent sized hit, but he is taking fire from the enemy Bismarck's secondary as well as his main guns. I do fire torpedoes. I know I'm close. Ooh. Yeah, there's that. Oh my gosh. I tunnel visioned, wasn't watching. I got the kill, but I took a torpedo to the nose. So I just lost half my health right there, which is not good. And that probably came from the Mahan. No, that probably came from the Sims. The Sims was over here. The only person that probably could have fired those torpedoes. And fortunately for us, the Sims does pop back into view, bringing guns to bear. And can we do some damage? Look at the Bismarck's secondaries. Those are the Bismarck's secondaries, I'm pretty certain. That's probably both the Bismarck and the Tirpitz. Ooh, I'm not looking forward. I am looking forward to actually getting this Bismarck, but I'm not looking forward to dealing with them all the time, especially with those secondaries, which can get out pretty far. So we do take out the enemy Sims, and now the team is fairly even. We are in the lead. We do have 2 caps to their 1, and we're about to gain the lead here in just a second. We're fairly close. And I just love the Bismarck. The Bismarck is such a beautiful ship. I know it's pretty much a Tirpitz, but with some differences. But still, can't wait to get the Bismarck. It's going to be exciting. So right now, our team on the east side pretty much has died, just like the enemy team on the east side. Hopefully, I got my directions right there. So now we're all kind of swapping position. They're taking up north, and they are focusing on probably that enemy battleship. Wonder what's gonna happen. So I decided to move north and try to aim for the Scharnhorst, which are very scary battleships because the high reload rate is really good. 20 or 22 seconds reload rate on the main battery guns, which allows them to switch between AP and HE fairly quickly, and it's pretty much like a very long reload rate on a cruiser. So yeah, I don't want to get close to them, don't want to be focused by them, but instead I'd rather dump my torpedoes. Hopefully we can get a good hit. Fired all 9 at both of the battleships. Did fire at 1 at the back and 1 at the one that's closer to us. I don't know if these are actually going to hit. I think the Scharnhorst up front is actually going to see the torpedoes, going to start dodging, and I kind of get between these islands and kind of try to stay put. Actually, I think our torpedoes are going to hit, maybe? No? Just it looked like they were very close to hitting him. So unfortunately for us, our torpedo spread just missed, and I'm trying my luck, trying to get... Oh no. Well, unfortunately, he has turned in and is just about to detect us, so I do pop smoke. Wasn't able to get my torpedoes away, and I'm gonna try to get out of here and maybe try to get my side to him if I can get my torpedoes off. But I don't think I'm gonna be that lucky. These islands are just too close to each other. I'm not going to be able to get out of here while also showing my broadside so we can fire torpedoes. Now the friendly Tirpitz and the friendly Bismarck are going away at the Scharnhorst. Does take out one of the Scharnhorst. It looks like he took out got hit with some torpedoes. And it was actually the friendly Blishkovika who took out that enemy Scharnhorst, which was actually really good. And this Blishkovika captain did a fantastic job. He's already got 3 kills. He's taken out a third of the enemy team. So, good job, Ally Blishkovika captain. That was very wordy to say. So, torpedoes are reloaded, but instead I'm going to try to just use my guns, try to do some damage. Good, decent sized damage right there. But the Scharnhorst, or actually probably the enemy team further southwest of us, just took out our Tirpitz and probably a few more of our other players. And we get the last hit on the Scharnhorst, and we do take him out. Very nice indeed. So that is our second kill of the game. Yes, I kind of stole it, but I helped. I did turn them away from B, so there's always that. Now, our ally frigate is going to have a issue with the enemy Kiev. Crap. There is a low health Kiev 6 kilometers away, and we'll see. Can we try to take him out? Try and get my guns to bear. That's the one bad thing about Japanese destroyers. Our guns turn extremely slow, but they do pretty good damage. Did 1495 on that Kiev. Knocked out his engine. He does pop smoke, but I think we're going to get the kill. There we go. Took out the enemy Kiev, but did lose our engine, but we had our damage control. So we're fine. We're fine. So we've taken out 3 ships. The teams are fairly close to each other. There's 3 enemy battleships left. There's a full health Nagato. I think there's a North Carolina and a Tirpitz. And we have our Bismarck, our Scharnhorst, our Sims, and our Blishkovika, who is currently sitting at 4 kills. Now you might be wondering, why is this game that epic? What's going to happen that's actually going to make it? Well, you'll see. So right now, I'm trying to get within around 5.8 kilometers. I want to get in close. I want to fire my spread torpedoes. And I finally decide, let's go ahead and fire. He's within 6.5 kilometers. Fired them ahead, and look what the fuck he's doing. He did take out our ally Bismarck, and my torpedo spread will miss. Crap. Oh, he does turn back in, but torpedoes are already gone by, and he was very close to detecting us. He is 0.1 kilometers away from detecting us, which is extremely scary. So, look at the team now. In less than a minute, we've lost 3 ships. We're just down to a Scharnhorst, a Nagato, and a North Carolina on the enemy team. And us, we have me and this low health Scharnhorst. Oh shit, I just got detected. Oh boy, oh boy. I do decide to pop smoke, since, you know, might as well kind of help out our Scharnhorst if possible. So that means bringing my guns to bear. And let's go ahead and get our torpedoes out as well. But I don't think the Scharnhorst... Oh, crap. Our Scharnhorst just died. Crap. But I did get away my torpedoes before he disappeared from my detection. But I do want to get away. So I go ahead, hit my engine boost, and I start turning away from the Nagato. There's no point in me dying, and we get 2 torpedoes hit, 3 torpedo hits, and our 4th kill of the game. Very nice. Very nice. So, at this time being, there is a fairly full health North Carolina and a Tirpitz. Well, we know where the North Carolina was. He was way over at 2C, and we know where the enemy Tirpitz is. Oh, he's currently capping. He probably knows that he's been detected. There's no reason why he would not have detection off. There's no way you can do that. And he's about 8 kilometers away from us. So let's try our luck. I do fire one spread ahead, one kind of further in, and I'm trying to decide where this last spread's gonna go. I kind of fire it at the indicator. So let's follow these in. Let's see if we will be lucky enough to get a hit. He's bowing, trying not to show a broadside, but then he decides to turn in. Oh, that was a silly mistake, Mr. Tirpitz. Silly mistake. Takes 1 on the nose, 10,000 points of damage there. 2, and he's very low on health. And 3. That is our Kraken Unleash and our 5th kill of the game. Great. But there's a problem. There's still the North Carolina, and we just lost our B cap. So now the enemy team is gaining points fairly quickly. And we're not gaining as quickly as we used to. So I have 2 options. I can either go for B, try to recap it, try to keep the points advantage as best as possible, or go for the North Carolina. Now the North Carolina just popped up. He is about 14 kilometers away, and at this time I decided it would probably be better if I tried to kill him. And it was a good thing I did stop, because the Tirpitz's fighter plane was up, and had I gone between those islands I would have been detected. Albeit I would still have smoke, but the North Carolina captain would know where I was, and I don't want him to know where I am. So I'm gonna try moving north. My plan was get north of him, turn in, and fire torpedo spreads as he passes by. We'll see how that goes. So, trying my quickest to get north without being detected. He's about 8 kilometers away. I kind of look where he's going directed, and I fire spread at the indicator and 2 in front. But I think the fighter plane just spotted them just as he passed by, and then he has his own personal fighter craft flying above. And yep, he's definitely seen those torpedoes. Crap. But he doesn't know particularly which way I'm going. He doesn't know if I'm going south. I'm pretty certain he probably thinks I would be heading towards B. I mean, that's what some people would do, but I'm not like some people. Not saying that I'm fantastic at this game, but I know at least some things about this game. So we're sitting at about 6.3 kilometers away from North Carolina. And that's why I love the Fubuki with the captain skill and the upgrade, or the module. It really makes it well worth it until a fighter craft flies right over you and gives away your position. So now the North Carolina knows for certain where we are. Not good. Not good. Not good at all. So line up, spread of torpedoes, and went ahead, sent them away. Now look at the cap. Look at the points. In that time, the enemy has actually gained about 100 less points than we have. We were sitting well over 200 points in front of them. And if I don't get rid of this North Carolina captain, he could possibly win. He could actually get ahead. But I don't think it's meant to be. My first set's gonna miss him. My second set might get 1 torpedo, but my third set's good. He is going to die, and that makes the 6th kill of the game. So yeah, that was a very close game. Came pretty much down to the wire. Now I know it was somewhat unfair for me since I was in a Japanese destroyer and he was in a big clumsy North Carolina. I understand, but still very close. So we got a victory. We earned 397,811 silver, 14,371 XP. Now you'd be wondering why I got so much. I was actually running a camouflage so that gave me 100% XP. So it just doubled the base amount. So that's why I got so much. 719 free XP. We got Kraken Unleash and Devastating Strike. Cost 115,186. 42 gun hits. 10 torpedo hits, 2 incapacitation, 6 kills, 2 fires, 10 flooding, 1 defended base cap, and 1 assisted base cap. And we earn 2,365 base XP. So the North Carolina took 44,000, almost 45,000 points of damage. Turbot's 29,000, Nagato 24, Sean Horst only 4,000. So yeah, we did quite a bit of damage. Not the highest I've done, but still a pretty decent amount of damage. Unfortunately, I don't have the last one. For some odd reason, I didn't take the last picture, but I'm going to actually end this video here. So if you like what you saw, hit the like and subscribe button. You guys have a great and fantastic day. Zaijen.